What it is, what it do, cyber world. It is your girl, the one, the only. Ash said it. AshSaidIt.com. AshSaidIt.com. Welcome to the Ash Said It Daily Podcast Show. I appreciate you guys for all of your love and support. Over 1,700 episodes and counting. 500,000 streams around the world. Thank you so much for all of your love, all of your support. Makes a huge, huge difference. And because you guys love on me so much, I want to make sure that y'all are getting, all of the goodness that you can have in this life and then some. So today I've got a very prestigious author with me, the wonderful Edward R. Williams. Hello, Mr. Williams.
Hello, Ash. Hello, hello.
Yes. Edward, how are you doing today?
Oh, I am excellent. I'm talking to you, and you got your audience here. This is fantastic.
Appreciate that. So, Edward, first things first, where are you from?
So I was born in Baltimore. Born in Baltimore, Maryland.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So, is Baltimore, is that still home for you?
Wow. Now that's a great question. Home is where the heart's at, and I've spent a lot of time living in Italy, and so in fact I'm going there next week. So I would like to say Baltimore is home, but also Rome, Italy.
Gotcha. Okay, so what prompted you to write Wealth Building for Beginners?
So I had, just tons of experiences with gathering money, and I had a good opportunity directly out of college to gain and earn. I was a kid, coming directly out of college, making probably $150,000 a year doing investment banking, and then later on, I made a little bit more. Went from an analyst to associate, and I found myself making some good money, but I lost all of it. I was spending it and just wasn't saving anything. It's like the more I made, the more I spent. Mm-hmm. And it was an incident that happened where my dad, he got diabetes, and he needed my help. He needed me to send him some money and take care of Mom when he's in the hospital. And what I realized was I didn't have any money to send him. And, this is this kid, he put through college, and, I was a high earner and all this and that, but reality was I didn't have any money to help my dad out because I didn't save anything. Yeah. And so that prompted the book, and I wanted that message to get out that, hey, guys, it's not about what you make, it's all about what you save.
Yeah, that's a big part of it. So what were some of the key factors that you wanted to make sure that this book reflected?
Well, the main factor is start where you are. If you haven't been saving, it doesn't matter if you're in your 60s or even 70s. We have people that come in our offices who haven't saved a dime, and they want to retire later on, and we get them to their goals. So start where you are. All right. So if you got $1, start to build on that $1. Don't just kick the can down the road.
Right. That's a good point. Good point of it. So how long did it take you to actually complete this book project?
Wow. So this project has been in the making for years. I've been writing for 3 years. So when the time that I started writing and gathering research from the time that I released the book was probably 3 years. But it's my life story. So you've been gathering research since the beginning. But I guess the initial time from when I said I'm going to go ahead and write this book, so when it got published was probably about 3 years.
Gotcha. What advice would you have for some of these young people today that have been dealing with this pandemic thing? We're living in a world now where, pre-pandemic people weren't saving, and post-pandemic people are just pinching pennies.
Yeah, so with the young out there, you typically live, you act like you have this mentality where you feel you're going to live forever.
Right.
And it's really no sense of urgency to plan. And if I can encourage you if I can just inform you on one thing, there's no better time than the present. It's no better time than the present. Start to build now. I mean, it doesn't matter where you start. Just start.
Right. Absolutely. So for these new people, we'll say the college grads, right? Because there are a lot of kids that are, they're coming out of college and they've got those hefty loans that they took out to get through school. What advice would you offer to these college grads that are not yet in the field in which that they studied for? This field that they were so passionate and are so passionate about, but they've got these hefty student loans sitting back and taking everything.
Yeah, debt, right? I mean, who wants to face debt?
No.
Well, I mean, you can't ignore it. You can't ignore it. So I think the main thing is just setting up a plan. Figuring out, okay, what is it? Where do I want to go? Where do I want my wealth to go? And then figuring out, okay, where am I starting? Where am I starting from? So where you are, figure out where you want to be, and then just draw a plan. Okay, so I'm going to pay this little bit in debt. Okay, I'm going to invest this little bit. I'm going to put this over here in my emergency bucket. So all the young out there, just set up a plan. Even if you do nothing with it, even if you don't execute your plan, just have it. Just have it, because that momentum will pull you in a direction that you want to go.
I love it. What would you say to someone that has heard about that whole stock market thing, but they're not really familiar, and they've been hearing that, I need to invest, and I need to find a brand to invest in, and that's how people will get their wealth and get their money up.
Yeah. So, investing, Ash, it's so many components with investing. And by the way, guys, if you see someone promoting a particular investment on social media, and you see everybody talking about it, please don't follow the crowd. Please don't follow the crowd, guys, because I think investing is individual specific.
Yeah.
You gotta look at the individual. You gotta look at someone's financial situation. You got to look at their investment objectives, right? Long-term, short-term. What do they want? Is they going to buy a house? Are they going to buy a property? Or you got to look at their tax bracket. You got to look at their experience level in the markets, their risk assessment. How much risk do they want to take? How much risk can they take, right? And can they lose all their money? Are they in a position to lose all their money? Their age, their investment time horizon, kinds of things. I mean, it's so many different factors that comes into investing. I think that you got to look at yourself and answer those questions, and then you can address the proper investment that's for you.
Gotcha. See, you jumped a little into what I was going to get into next there, Edward. I was going to talk about these.
Did I add?
No, that's good. No, that's good. That's good though. That's good. I like the way this is a smooth transition. No, I was gonna go into the whole Bitcoin, Dogecoin,
wow,
and all of these.
I do it. It's everywhere, right? You can't get away from
cryptocurrency.
We probably get about, I don't know, not even exaggerating, at least 8 calls a day about people asking us to invest in cryptocurrency.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you what I tell them. Before you can invest, so currency is speculative, right? You before you can invest in speculation, things that are completely uncertain, no one knows where it's going to go. No one even has an idea because it's new. It's 100% speculation. So before you can invest in speculation, first make sure that you have the basics. All right, the basics, meaning you got your 6 months emergency bucket over here, right? That's full. You got your money for emergencies in case something happens. You have your protection in place. so that, I don't know, you get sick or hurt and unable to work, you don't lose any income, right? And then if you got these things in place, then you can entertain the idea of speculation. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of these these things are doing well. Some of these things are doing very well, but no one knows where it's going to end up. So I don't like to talk about it because, again, it's all individual, specific. Depends on where that individual is and if they can handle that investment or not.
Gotcha. I like that. I like how you put that.
Now, Ash, I'm gonna have all the Bitcoin people calling me like, "Hey, what are you talking about? Like, Bitcoin is great."
No, they're gonna be like, Edward, I heard you on Ash's show. What you mean about Bitcoin? Cause I done put my whole life savings in there. What did you hear, Edward? What you hear?
yeah, exactly.
Oh my goodness. Last but certainly not least, what do you want readers to get from your book?
So, I want people just to understand the foundations. I want people to really, all who are interested in wealth building, I want you to have credible resources, which is why we took a lot of time to write the book. I mean, been doing this thing for over 23 years. And I want you to understand that building wealth is a process. It's not something that happens overnight. It's something that happens throughout that process. And as long as you're doing all the right things, and you got all that momentum towards doing the right things in that process, then you'll hit well. Right. You'll hit well. And I'm going to leave you with this statistic. Ash, if you literally just take $1, right? This is science and math. You take $1 and you double a dollar every year, right? You just let that double. So $1 doubles to $2, $2 double to $4, $4 double to $8, right? $1 doubled every year for 20 years equals over $1 million, right? Wow. And you started with $1. So don't be a victim of all these hearsays out there, and don't put your entire life savings in speculation. Just stick to the process. Our book will show you how wealth building for beginners. It's out in Barnes & Noble. You can get it in Target, Walmart, Amazon. Just go on Amazon.com. You can get it. You can even buy it on our website at edwardrwilliams.com if you want to. And what I want people to get is just a manual, a credible manual that will really get into the mindset and the practices of building wealth.
I love it. Edward R. Williams, thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate you.
Yes, no, thank you, Ash. Thank you for having me. And I would love if, your listeners can feel free to add me on Instagram.
Yes.
Instagram is it's Edward R. Williams, so it's abbreviated, all right? So it's EDW R. Williams, all right? So it's at EDW R. Williams. Go ahead and add me. Stay connected. And let's build wealth. Let's have our community build wealth.
All right. I'm loving the way that sounds. Come on, people. Get it together. Go get the book. Go ahead and get started. He said start today. Doesn't matter where you're at. Get started some way, somehow. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so very much for all of your love and support. Keeping in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face. You tell them, don't believe me. Just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. That's what we're doing this for, the history books. Social media is nice, but real life is so much better. Until next time, you guys.